Okay, I am here in Clio, Michigan at the new Buell Lake Disc Golf Course. Shares a little bit of space with like radio controlled airplane field over here. Like you can't see it behind the camera, but it's there. They just put this place in not too long ago. It's been a work in progress, so things might look a little bit rough. It's about 5,800 feet. It is a par 57, so we are going to have a couple of extra strokes in there somewhere. I really don't know what to expect. I have talked to some people who have been here and they've enjoyed it. So I'm curious about what this thing has in store for us. So let's go check it out. Okay, this is hole one. It is par 3, 305 feet. As you can see, we've got a little gap here with a tree blocking off part of the fairway. You can go inside, outside the basket, 305 feet out, and you need to have a pretty consistent like hyzer if you're a backhand righty. You have to have a pretty consistent hyzer to get there. So you're punching out and moving to the left pretty much the whole time. So let's see how it goes. All right, so because this is about 300 feet, my first instinct is to just go fast, go far. But that left turn is so floaty, I kind of want to go with the mid, but we're going to go with the Tesla. I'm going to try to take the inside gap on a little bit of a hyzer and let it just push. Let's see how this goes. Okay, got the gap, it's pushing. All right, so found a couple branches out there. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I kind of got caught up in the trees. It's not terrible, but not great. All right, here we go. Damn. No bueno. Okay, that's a pretty, it's actually a gettable hole. My first time here though, it's gonna take some beating in, but this is, that was a cool starting hole. All right, this is hole two. It is par 3, 224 feet. The sign looked like it's just a, a kind of a slight bend to the left. Not the case. This is almost C-shaped. When I walk down there to see this, where this is at, it goes down and it is a constant bend till you get to where the basket is. The 224 is seemingly correct. Like that looks right, but man, do you have to turn that corner and keep going. So it's gonna be a tough one. Okay. Since you got to turn the corner, I'm going to go really overstable, get a pyro, and try to keep it left and on a hyzer. Heard a lot of branches. We'll see. Okay, I ended up off to the right. Like I said, this place needs some beating in. This hole feels like it's probably better served for a forehand roller. My shot did not go so well. So we'll see if we can't frame it up as best I can. Got a little bit of a lean out, kind of a little punch Annie here. Yeah, about the best I could do. Okay, let's wrap her up. All right, hole 3, par 3, 283 feet. It is, for a righty, a forehand shot down to where those birches are. Where those birches are, that is the outside of the gap you need to get through. So you're punching it probably about 270, 260, and then it tucks in about another 30, maybe 40, just inside the tree line there. So little forehand shot, or a backhand for the lefties. Okay, I'm gonna take old gnarly, my resistor, neutron, and forehand it up there to that gap. Keep going, push, push, push. Okay, that could be good. Let's go check it out. All right, so I ended up in a decent enough spot. She forced through. This back area is cleaned out a little bit more than it seems from the fair or from outside the woods. There we go. Let's go. Finally got a 2. All right, hole 4, par 3, 268 feet. I like to see holes like this. It just is a cool aesthetic where, you know, you're open and then all of a sudden you're not. Like we have, you know, this wide open fairway and the basket is set just inside the trees in there. So it's not super deep. You could run it straight at it, a little bit of a turnover if you wanted, or a forehand if you're a righty, you know, where it's coming in, the basket is set off just to the right. So run it. Since the basket is off to the right, I'm gonna run it with Old Gnarly again, my resistor, since it seems to be a little more open coming in from the left. So let's just give it a shot. 268, about the same distance as the last hole. Hook up. Yeah, when it's flying and you see the shadow come over it, that's a good feeling. All right, inside the circle, I believe. Clean look at it. Let's go. Heck yeah. All right, this is hole 5, par 3, 180 feet. This is short, but it is a constant bend to the right. Now there is like the line over here on the left, which you're gonna have to go high and get something that kind of glides over to the right. Or there is an early line over here to the right. You might be able to see it's kind of cleaned out. Much smaller gap, much tougher. So you're gonna need something that can turn a corner and keep going. Okay, so we only have pads on the first 4 holes, I believe. I'm gonna go, since I don't have a pad to really restrict me, I'm gonna go for the small line here, the shorty gap. We'll see what we get. I'm gonna forehand a pyro. That seemed fine, let's go. Yeah, turn the corner. Got as far as I needed. I got about a, I don't know, 15 to 20 footer would be my guess. Let's go. All right, hole 6, par 3, 247 feet. I am going to guess, because I don't really know. I believe the pad is right here. There is one flag here, but the other one's gone, so I'm really not sure. Sometimes things get moved. So anyways, it's pretty much a straight shot, but holy cow, is it guarded. So you have 2 or 3 ways you could get there, I'm sure. You can go straight at it down this super skinny gap, or what I'm thinking is a forehand flex outside and let it swing back. So the world's your oyster. All right, you should be able to see the basket way down there, the orange bucket, which, by the way, they've got MVP portals, which are my favorites. So that's great. Bonus. I'm gonna try this little flex shot around the outside with a resistor. It's my least overstable one, so it should gently flex back, I'm hoping. So let's give it a hell. See what happens. Keep pushing, girl. It's shallow, but manageable. Okay, ended about just outside the circle, maybe right on the circle. So not bad. I do have this kind of half tree that's in my way, so we're gonna have to straddle. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're on a roll. All right, this is hole 7, par 3, 345 feet. There is a swamp over here that is OB. I don't know how close it is. It looks like it's mostly dried right now, but I could imagine in chunks of the season where that is a mess. But you have a fairway here, which is pretty tight. You got a couple of gaps you got to hit. The basket is straight away and then to the left. It kind of bends over pretty hard. So, I mean, to get there all in one throw, probably gonna take something special. We'll see. Okay, let's try this with the Tesla again. It's just long enough to need a little more speed, and it's gotta be moving left. So we're gonna try and use this. Just wanna hit that gap and be moving left. Did it? Did it? That looked pretty good. Let's go. Okay, I ended up right by this tree. So circle's edge, approximately, maybe a little inside. I'll flip it so I know I'm exactly inside. Let's go. All right, this is hole 8, par 4, our first par 4, 491 feet. I would call this a golf hole, right? Because you're gonna have to hit a couple of spots. As you can see, we're kind of downhill, we throw uphill and then to the right, and you wanna get out of the woods as much as you possibly can because that's the first part of this shot. There's no getting to the basket on this hole from the tee. It's not really gonna be an option. So you get yourself out and then you have another shot to make that is gonna be hyzering back towards the woods when you're outside the wood line here. So step 1, just get out of here as far to the right as you, well, I guess you don't wanna go super far right because there are some trees blocking you on the right. So just get outside the tree line. Okay, I'm gonna forehand a proton resistor. You don't wanna go too deep. This is a pretty touchy little shot. I've noticed here with a lot of your first shots, that's where like they kind of compress you, like hole 2, where like that was really like a C. It's really a C-shaped hole. Like that's really a hard one to make because you don't have much room. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this part might be a little bit tough to film, but we'll give her hell. You can probably see down there where the furthest bumped out tree along this tree line is. The basket is about 15 feet behind that and about 25 to 30 feet inside the tree line. So where I'm at, I'm a little bit pinched off. I'm gonna have to hyzer this out a little bit further, so getting towards the bucket is gonna be a little more challenging. So I got the same resistor I threw off the tee. About 215, 220. It's got to be back there. It can't be too bad. Let's go check it out. Okay, managed to just luckily squirt around the corner here, so I do have kind of a clean putt leading up to the basket. It is about 40 feet back from this opening, so kind of wanted to go higher and longer. But let's give this a run. Oh, let's go. Okay, hole 9, par 3, 310 feet. You can see we have a slightly small mowed out fairway. Basket's at the end of it. We are looking uphill at this, so it's gonna play a little bit longer than 310. Nice straight shot. Whatever you got that gets you there. Okay, we do have tailwind, so I'm gonna throw a crave. That way it won't finish too hard. So I got a proton crave. Let's see what happens. I can keep it a little bit to the right since that tailwind's there. Might be a little too far to the right. Well, it looks like it's mowed out up there at the top. So let's go see what we got. Okay, so kind of a, I mean, I've never played here before, so I'm kind of first time and everything here. So next time I know to give this a little bit more steam, maybe a little bit more stability and hang it out to the right. But I mean, I'm outside the circle where I landed. This isn't terrible. This is something you want to get a 2 on. Ah, so close. So close. Next time.